Hey everybody, Super Squee here, the Emotionally Unstable Gamer channel on YouTube, and let us just jump right back into this. I think this is the album I have the least listening experience with, which is mostly because it's not really on music platforms. It's a bit rough, so maybe that's why it's harder to find from official channels, but I really enjoyed it, and a few of the songs, which I feel are Matt and Kim's staples, come from this album. Preparation for the concert has begun. I went to an amazing concert and saw them. It was the second time I have seen them in concert, and it was incredible. Whew, excuse me. First off, let's start with the fact that this port is a hot piece of garbage that is falling apart, and I didn't even have most of the issues everyone else has. I did have one colossal bug, though. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I beat the final boss before I beat the 4 last crystal bosses, and it made the game basically soft lock and become unbeatable. It didn't block me from going straight to the end boss, and having never played the game, I thought that was the path I was supposed to take. Also, I didn't even collect all the crystals, which was an accident. I missed the earth one because I thought I was done with the dungeon and the game just shuffled me along. Is that normal? Am I supposed to be able to just move on missing one of the main objectives? Look, ultimately, I enjoyed this game from a story and gameplay perspective way more than Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 2. And I would recommend it if you like the older style of RPG. But for the love of God, buy it for a DS or PSP or emulate it. Do not buy the Steam version. I got it on sale for $5 at some point. And if you can somehow make it through the port for that price, I'd say this version is worth it. But it isn't worth the $15 price tag on this platform. I love the music, I love the art style by one of my favorite Final Fantasy artists who I think should have more games done in his style, and I love that this game gave the main characters more personality. Personality was the biggest thing I felt Final Fantasy II was lacking. The characters seemed cool visually, and I wanted to know them better, but they were just empty husks that couldn't even be considered alive. It's not like the game does a ton, but I feel personally, for me, it does enough to make the protagonists feel like their own separate entities. Too long, didn't read. Better than Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2. Don't buy the Steam version. Lots of cool ideas, and worth it on DS and PSP if you like old RPGs. Was gonna hop on WoW after fucking with Vexx for a second, and ended up beating Pac-Man Arrangement, trying to fix Dig Dug Arrangement, which are higher fidelity versions of their source material with added gameplay stuff, and they are just super neat. And the Dig Dug one didn't work, so I was testing all of them and got sucked into Pac-Man. 'Twas delightful. I'ma go eat now. So Pac-Man Arrangement, I believe it was an arcade, a cabinet at some point. Possibly, but it's part of like a Namco collection that is on Gamecube. I don't know if it's on other consoles, but I emulated it. It's very cool. It's just Pac-Man, but with cooler art style, in my opinion, and some fun extras. I'm glad I finally started watching this series again. This movie takes place between season 6 and 7, from what I've seen, and that makes sense. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything like crazy special, more like an hour-long episode, but it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. I guess it kept them from having to do like a 3-part episode or something, since they don't really do that with this show. The meta-ness and music and the ending song and the character development and the goofy relatable shit and characters and the fucking lore of this world and the references and just holy fucking shit, this show is goddamn wonderful amount of cheese. I cried like a little bitch at the end. Just fuck me up. Just fuck me up, man. The series, by the end, drained me in a good way. Sorry guys, I've got like a tickle in my throat. The show has no right to be so funny and so well written and so fucking relatable in the best and worst ways. I love that even when it gets ridiculous, it's a way more grounded in reality series. I hope one day we get a continuation with an older Bobby, which is apparently something that has been in talks, at least a little. I'd live on Rainy Street and have a beer with Hank, even if I don't agree with everything he believes in. He's alright. So in a weird way, this show's humor reminds me of Borderlands. It's a doofy form of gross and violent, and I didn't dislike it, but it left much to be desired, which is probably why it didn't last as long as all the shows that came out around it. I have only previously seen 1 or 2 episodes, and I really enjoyed what I saw. But now I just feel like there's something missing to really keep you engaged. Jesus Christ, so much gas, so much coughing. Quote, laugh my ass off. I don't think I ever beat it as a kid either. End quote. From my friend Jacob, who gave me this game as a recommendation. And the asshole who recommended this dumpster fire. So I literally, that was the whole thing. It's a tiny little snippet, so that's why I repeated myself. I should have just read the damn thing. So the one real interesting thing about Vexx, like as you can see, it looks very edgy, like 2000s, 2003. It really is. It's colorful. There's cool shit going on, but it's real edgy and fucking weird. And it's just Mario 64. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you find a copy and want to like check for yourself and it's super cheap and you have a Gamecube or like you want to emulate, you know, an hour of it, it's literally just Mario 64. Like, the style of the game is exactly like Mario 64 with hub levels and collecting hearts instead of stars. And it's got like combat focus, but it's just Mario, and it's fucking weird. And I did not enjoy it. There are people that can speedrun it like it fucking doesn't exist, and it's weird. I honestly didn't expect to love this show so much, and I'm sad I finished what's out currently, because this show is I'm recording! I honestly didn't expect to love this show so much, and I'm sad I finished what's out currently, because the show is known for its long hiatuses. It's goofy, dumb, and well written, just violent enough to not be gross with good juicy bloodbath moments. So many characters I enjoy, and who feel like real people, at least real people if we lived in a world of super scientists and supervillains. Gary, though, he is the best character. You can fight me. So, I heard recently that Venture Brothers has been canceled, like, officially from Adult Swim. I don't know, you know, obviously that doesn't mean that we're never going to get any more of it, but that kind of sucks. Because I finally got into it after being bugged by my friend Chris for the longest time to watch it. And I hope somebody picks it up, or that Adult Swim has a change of heart. Took me way too long to go through this entire game's campaign again, but damn was it an amazingly wild ride. If you like team-based games and you want to mow down some zombies or anything else with mods, then this is the game for you. There's a reason people are clamoring for a sequel and latch on to every supposed leak or map file remotely named close to this baby. I can tell you, even at full price, this game is so worth it. And if you see it on sale, definitely grab it if you don't already have it. I also believe for people out there who have a Xbox One, or I assume it will also work with the Xbox Series X, it is backwards compatible. I don't know if it has any enhancements, but Left 4 Dead 1 or Left 4 Dead 2 essentially has all of Left 4 Dead 1 in the game. Like, so there's tons of content, and you don't need to buy the first one. You can buy the second one and still play the campaign from the first game. Obviously, if you're on consoles, there is no mod support, but it does have mod support on PC. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to be safe out there and wash your hands. And I love you. Bye-bye.